Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And we're still schlepping our way through Mozart. Endless quantities of Mozart. My goodness. We're up to number 23 in the Mozart random review festival thing that we're doing here. But we are getting there. We're making really good progress. I'm really very, very pleased with how well this is going. Let's see what we have in this pile. Oh, Mozart Piano Concertos 21 and 22 with Annie Fischer and Wolfgang Sawallisch. Everybody loves Annie Fischer. She didn't make enough records. She was a tremendous pianist, a real creative voice, and these are beautiful performances. They are in stereo, and let's see, whoa, there's a review from Gramophone. I can find no praise too high for Annie Fischer's playing, for she makes every phrase a delight. Well, there you go. Every phrase is a delight. Well, maybe not the 27th phrase and the third movement of, no, I'm just kidding. They are a delight. Michelangeli's Mozart. Oh, these are bizarre. Yeah, Piano Concerto number 13, Piano Concerto number 23, and the Haydn D Major Concerto with Michelangeli. Let's see, the Orchestra, Alessandro Scarlatti, and Francesco Caracciolo doing the Mozarts, the Zurich Chamber Orchestra under Edmund de Stutz for the rest of them. Now, you know, the thing with Michelangeli's stuff, generally speaking, is that he didn't care what orchestra he worked with because he was so bizarre and he was so hard to pin down that basically what you had to do was chase him around with microphones. And if he happened to get trapped by an orchestra to play something, you just pressed record and you lived with what you got. And here it is. You're living with what you got. Michelangeli was a law unto himself, and everything he heard played is interesting and worth hearing. Are they, characteristic or idiomatic or who cares? The Haydn, I think, is really good. The Mozarts, yeah, okay, they're good. I mean, the playing as such is wonderful. Mozart complete symphonies on Naxos with, let's see, the Northern Chamber Orchestra and the Capella Istropolitana with Nicholas Ward and Barry Wordsworth. Now, the Capella Istropolitana things with Wordsworth are some of Naxos's earlier efforts. They're okay. I mean, the ensemble isn't fabulous. They did some of their Haydn cycle similarly. By the time they got to the Northern Chamber Orchestra with Nicholas Ward, they were more polished. But they're good performances, solid performances, well recorded, and it's okay. I mean, they're really okay. Does it give dates for all of these things? 1988 through 1994 is what it looks like, and it's 11 CDs. So I hang on to this because it's a complete set, and it's useful to have. And if I decide to do a Mozart Symphony crusade, I have permission to use sound samples. So I'm hanging on to these no matter what, because I'm not going to have a lot of choice. Next, oh yes, Klemperer doing Mozart. Oh, this is wonderful. The Masonic funeral music. Oh gosh, his Masonic funeral music is just marvelous because he likes forward woodwind sonorities. Oh gosh, they're dark, creepy. It's wonderful. Eine kleine Nachtmusik, a beautiful performance of that, and a bunch of overtures. Figaro, Don Giovanni, The Abduction, Così fan tutti, Magic Flute, and La Clemenza di Tito. These are classic performances. They really are. Klemperer is just wonderful in Mozart. Even when he got old and slow, it doesn't make any difference. Mozart, more Mozart. Oh, with all these interesting people. The Concerto in A Major, Koschel 488. That's like number 23, right? I think, yes. And then we've got the D Major Violin Concerto, Koschel 218 with Arthur Grumio. And the amazing concert aria, Che mi scordi di te, with piano accompaniment with Suzanne Danko, soprano. Oh my God, what a collection here. And Maria Bergman piano, and the Horn Concerto, Koschel 447 with Dennis Brain. And these are all with the Symphony Orchestra of Southwest Radio Baden-Baden under Hans Rosbaud and Ernest Bohr. Historical recordings, if ever there were some. Isn't that great? It's on Hensler. It's probably gone now because Hensler's license expired with SWR. I don't know if SWR ever reissued this collection, but boy, it's one hell of a collection. Wow! Yeah, that was worth saving. And some Carl Schurich Mozart stuff with Clara Haskil, recordings from 1952 and 1956, concertos 9 and 19. Yes! This is SWR as SWR, not Hensler, so it may still be kicking around. Everything Clara Haskil did is absolutely worth hearing, especially in Mozart. She was a marvel, so those are worth having too. Oh gosh, the Hafner Serenade and the Serenata Nocturna with the Prague Chamber Orchestra under Charles Mackerras on Telarc. These are classics, wonderful performances. It's just fabulous. It's nothing more that needs to be said. Mozart Violin Concertos 1 through 5, and the Hafner Serenade with Pamela Frank, violin, David Zinman, and the Tonhalle Orchestra of Zurich. Lovely performances on Arte Nova. They get no attention. Nobody says anything about them, but they're first class, just like the Beethoven concertos with Yefim Bronfman. You know, Zinman had a wonderful balance of sort of modern / hip classical type whatever interpretive ideas. And Pamela Frank is a first-class violinist. Absolutely first class. Like I said, what's this thing? Mozart string quartets, the Prussian quartets with the Leipziger string quartet. Oh, I love the Leipzig string quartet. They're a wonderful, wonderful group. Absolutely first rate. And so you've got the 3 Prussian quartets with bonus tracks, movements from string quartets by Beethoven, Schubert, and Brahms, other things that they've done on MD and G. And, the Prussian quartets are not my favorite quartets by Mozart. I think they're bottom heavy and a little clogged in their writing, but they're beautiful works, of course. I mean, who are we kidding? It's late Mozart. It's just, it's just not his best chamber music, maybe, compared to the quintets. I can't help saying that. But lovely performances and worth hearing for sure. Beethoven Violin Concerto, Mozart number 5 with Wolfgang Schneiderhan, Berlin Phil, Eugen Joachim. Fantastic, classic. And the Beethoven noted for the bizarre cadenzas, which are reconstructions of the piano concerto version with the solo timpani and all that stuff. Some people still think they're crazy. I think they're crazy, but I like them. I really do. And the Mozart is lovely. And Schneiderhan was a great violinist, and, we don't get enough of him. So there you go on DG. And last but not least, this is a wonderful way to wrap things up. Overtures, lots of overtures with Colin Davis, who was a great Mozartian, of course, and the Staatskapelle Dresden, which you could listen to play the telephone book, and you would love it. They're such a great orchestra. This is like 16 Mozart overtures. So it's from all kinds of earlier things like Bastien and Bastien and their Schauspiel director and Lucio Silla and La Finta Giardiniera and Il Re Pastore and Idomeneo and then all the popular ones too. So it's a wonderful disc of Mozart overtures. Super keeper, that one is. And there you go. A good pile of Mozart from the Overflow room. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.